Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of What the Show. I'm your host, Zion Quinn. Tonight, we travel into our next world of television, and a truly uncanny world at that. A place of haunts, competition, gossip, and some rather unpractical jokes. Across this vast landscape of themes, variables collide, mesh, and contrast. When it is finally boiled down, we are left with the particular fascination that comes from people watching other people's experiences. This fascination gets compiled into the endless windows of our topic tonight, reality television. Reality television has had a hand in nearly every show archetype. Whether the setting takes place in the kitchens of the Great British Bake Off, or the frozen tundra of Life Below Zero, or the animated beaches of Total Drama Island, the expansive category truly offers something for all tastes. As you will become accustomed to, there are tons of angles when it comes to the world of reality television. More often than not, there will be a show that takes on a starkly different and possibly unexpected appearance from the one's first idea of what reality television should be. The genre, as we know it today, began in 1992 with the launch of The Real World on MTV, and sustaining up through the present day. These commonly unscripted shows would usually feature unknown personalities in place of big actors and actresses. In a similar capacity to the game shows, some reality pieces like Survivor or Forged in Fire have hobbyists or non-professionals as the main cast of the show. By the end of the season or even the episode, the audience has developed a bond towards certain characters and maybe even disdain towards others. In a certain special way, reality television often puts the audience in the position of vulnerability and reflection. With the absence of the massive star power in the cast for the most part, the audience can relate much more to different situations that the cast members find themselves in along the duration of the show. And on the flip side of the coin, having a group of ego-driven, overly rich Kardashian sisters argue about which first world problem they should address on that day's episode can pit the audience against the characters. Or at the very least, the financial and social status of the two parties creates a divide which leads to the realized levels of absurdity. No one should be that rich. Even with the brief introduction, there is only so much I could say without a proper demonstration. So, we will shift our focus to yet another corner of the reality television genre. This time, we turn to the subgenre of paranormal and outerworldly investigation, a type of show that capitalizes on basic human senses and feelings such as curiosity and fear. Chief aspects of this genre include traditionally odd camera angles, strange equipment that has even more strange uses, and the ever-present night vision camera lens. Tension causes intrigue that the show aims for, and to this day we are still left in suspense over what is real and what is fake. We may never figure out a definitive answer to the question, what exactly does go bump in the night? But that won't ever stop us from trying to figure it out. So, without further ado, let us check in on the ghost hunters.
Alright, so Lucas, do you know where we're heading off to?
I believe it's the Sutro Baths.
You are correct. Why are we going to the Sutro Baths?
I've heard many rumors that there are ghosts and other supernatural phenomena.
Yes, and it's all due to the fact of the guy who built up the Sutro Baths back in like the late 1800s, early 1900s, by the name of Adolf Sutro.
It's a rough name.
Yeah. Well, it was a rougher situation back then because of the fact that when he was building it up, it was supposed to be intended to be a beacon for the residents of San Francisco to come out and enjoy the luxurious pools, the diving boards, the slides, the trapezes, and all that good stuff. But during construction, there were some mishaps. And while the bathhouse was actually open, it didn't do quite too well. And because of the fact that the residents of San Francisco back then thought the place was haunted, and today, people here in the city think the Sutro bathhouses are haunted as well.
Once a bath's haunted, it's always haunted.
It is. So that's where we're going off to next, the Sutro bathhouses. Are the Sutro baths in San Francisco really haunted? Hey, I'm Garrett Solis. With me is Lucas Finn.
Hi, glad I can help.
All right, let's go. La 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 la.
Just two guys hunting ghosts.
Exactly, in San Francisco at the baths.
Nothing weird here. Nothing will go wrong.
Just the usual Tuesday night. You never know what you can find at the Sutro Baths on a Tuesday night. You know what? I heard rumors about this place, Lucas, that they actually sacrifice seals around this area, like specifically in this part, and this place is like haunted like by seal ghosts. So you just hear this.
A lot of seal ghost sightings, you're saying. I'd rather see a seal ghost than a human ghost, I guess.
All right, well, let's go see what kind of ghosts we do see.
Sounds good.
Yeah, this is a great place to investigate, but you also have to be mindful of your step, especially at night,
Definitely.
because the ground is loose and the cliffs are rather steep.
It's treacherous out here for sure.
Cliff and surf area, extremely dangerous. Be mindful. You don't want to be one of those ghosts hanging out with those seal ghosts, I'm just saying.
No ghost warning though. I think they're violating city code.
I think after our investigation, we'll have to go up into the city council.
You're gonna hear about this one. This looks gated up. Oh, are we here? Is this it?
Oh shit!
Oh my gosh,
See?
are you okay?
Right here, very dangerous.
Yeah.
You gotta be mindful of these loose spots.
Yeah, you all right?
Oh yeah.
Your knee good?
Huh? We'll find out tomorrow morning.
Okay, yeah.
You know what? These detectors are fantastic, Lucas, but we kind of lucked out. We got somebody last minute to help us with our investigation. The infamous Layla.
I thought they canceled.
Last minute, got a text, hey, she can make it out. It's gonna be incredible, beneficial to our investigation this evening.
Excellent.
So let's bring out Layla. Layla, where are you? Hey. So now Layla is on the scent of some ghosts and what is the remains of the main building of the Sutro bathhouse. And back when it was first built up, there was a lot of rumors that the bathhouse itself was poorly constructed, and because of that, of those
And now the vengeful bathhouse consumers
exactly.
that come to seek their vengeance on the greedy bathhouse owners.
Yeah. And from what I remember through our research, we were told that the building itself, oh, all right, let's see, my old man bones, I don't know, Layla, but if you can find those ghosts, that'd be fantastic. Ooh, okay, all right, what do you got for us, Layla? So this right here is pretty much the basement area, and you can just imagine all the scrupulous things that were done back in the late 19th century in the basement of a bathhouse.
Sounds like a
Oh,
nightmare.
what do you got for us, Layla? What is it? Is it a ghost? Is it a seal ghost?
Poltergeist?
Is it a human ghost?
Banshee? What could that mean?
That could mean that she's, you know.
She doesn't seem worried, so I'm feeling okay still.
All right. Cool. What is it, girl? What kind of ghosts are they? 1 bark for human, 2 barks for seals.
She's giving us nothing.
Oh, come
What
on.
is she hiding? Oh my gosh, is Layla in on it? My greatest fear realized.
Layla charges around $1,000 an hour for her specific set of skills in smelling out the paranormal. It's well worth it. Kind of like that time back in New Mexico. She was able to find something just like that. So these tunnels, Lucas, I've been told, there have been stories that I've heard that they've used these for like satanic meetings to possibly conjure up, you know, spirits, those seal spirits or human spirits, whatever spirits they like.
Some sort of seal-human chimeras, perhaps, a hybrid.
Possibly, you never know, man. These are Satanists,
I
man.
hope not.
They're into some weird stuff.
Who knows what they're into?
Are you getting any readings?
Nothing yet.
Wait a minute. Did you hear that?
No,
What do you mean you didn't hear it? Sam, did you hear it? You got the boom mic. Did you hear anything? Okay. Brian? I think I peed a little. Gotta go!
You know, I really do think that I have genuine feelings for him. I just don't know what to say. Hopefully he doesn't put me up for elimination.
Hey, you got this. Just be confident. I mean, think about it. We could be on some like lame ghost hunting show, searching for nothing in a creepy old house, but instead we're on an island surrounded by hot singles.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Let's go get ready for the ceremony tonight.
Can't say I didn't warn you. Just a small taste on being each side of the reality television spectrum. Welcome back. So we simply didn't have the budget to get Joe, Mur, Q, and Sal into the studio, so we got a smidge of Love Island instead. Regardless, the intention remains the same. The reality television landscape is a vast one such landscape that is justified in its many different angles of execution. The lack of strictly scripted content and basis consisting of real-life situations is the ideal setup for a diverse slate of products. In fact, it is probably easier to list what types of television are not touched by the reality category. Documentaries, traditional television news programs, sports broadcasts, talk shows, and traditional game shows are the only real outliers. Otherwise, there is most likely a reality program focused around or featuring the category. Some types of television that predate the reality category, such as hidden camera shows, talent search shows, home improvement shows, high-concept game shows, and court shows featuring real-life cases, ended up being lumped into the reality television genre after the rise in mass popularity. You know what would be helpful? A timeline! Ah, that's better. Let's start at the beginning. As stated earlier, reality television as we know it began in 1992 with the launch of The Real World on MTV, a show that pitted a group of diverse strangers in the same living space for several months. Laying the groundwork for the current era, however, was Candid Camera. The show debuted all the way back in 1948 and was the first reality show. It was a hidden camera show that involves unsuspecting people reacting to pranks. Moving forward to 1965, the dating game paved the way for future shows such as Love is Blind, with a blind date questionnaire format. 1989 brought us the first person and camcorder looks of Cops, which followed the day-to-day activities of on-duty police officers responding to calls. Spanning a whopping 33 seasons, it has just recently gone off air and kept pace with The Simpsons, the longest-running scripted television show ever. The first home improvement competition show was Changing Rooms, which was oddly named because it had nothing to do with the changing rooms at all, and more to do with a couple of redecorating another's home. Expedition Robinson, originally a Swedish show airing in 1997, capitalized on the real-world theme of random cast selection. You may recognize this show today as Survivor. And apparently, ideas were scarce because someone decided Naked and Afraid was a good idea. The 2000s ushered in plenty of new and diverse content. Survivor, Idols, Big Brother, and other programs rose to prominence. 2003 gave us Punk'd, 2004, Ghost Hunters arrived, and both The F Word and Hell's Kitchen gave us our favorite British head chef and endless memes in 2004 and 2007 respectively. From 2007 through the 2010s, we saw the Kardashians rise. The Bachelor and Bachelorette helped people find love, or at least some type of relationship, and Jersey Shore do whatever it was meant to do. And where do we venture from here? We can only imagine where the genre goes. With easily affordable budgets, use of single set usually, and the use of relatively unknown talent, the genre will only continue to expand. Who knows, maybe it'll be you starring in the lead role of Squid Games the show, or having to face off against your childhood best friend in Hunger Games hosted by Bear Grylls. Love that thing. Anyways, to wrap up tonight, we'll leave you with a couple of notes. Hopefully you learned something interesting about reality television. It's a pretty large umbrella with a whole lot underneath, but that also means there's tons of places to start. Whether you happen to be a die-hard fan or relatively new to the genre, there is something here for you. On our next episode, we'll do a deep dive into the ever-interesting category of drama. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.